This retirement planning scenario assumes an individual is born in 1980, that they start work at 25 years of age, and that they pass away at the age of 80, which is the statistical average of all people living in the United States. Furthermore, we'll assume that the individual takes early Social Security retirement, which is allowed under current law at the age of 62. If you retire early at age 62 and you have high earnings during your career, you could expect a Social Security benefit in 2025 of $2,710. That's a significantly lower money than if you retired at the age of 70 under the Social Security plan. The model allows for a Social Security cost of living adjustment of 3% per year. That means that full Social Security benefit received for this individual who retired early in the year 2042 would be $4,479 per month. Now, reconsidering that they started work at 25 and they passed away at 80, they would work for 37 years and they would live in retirement for 18 years. We'll use the spreadsheet to figure out how large a Social Security nest egg we would need in order to fund this individual's Social Security retirement. To do that, we're going to, in this cell here, we're going to enter the amount 2710. That causes the spreadsheet to compute the nest egg. It's currently negative. We'll fix that by deleting this value here. Now we can see that the Social Security nest egg for this person is computed to be at $585,000 and change. Also note that the spreadsheet computes that the individual would need to have withdrawn from his earnings throughout his working career 32.7% of the earnings to go into Social Security. And again, that's because he's going to be living 18 years in retirement after having worked for 37 years. At 32.7% Social Security contribution, our person would need to have withdrawn from his earnings $1,318 every month. And that would be based on an annual income before tax considerations of $48,000 and change. And the reason it's always before tax is that Social Security withholding is off of gross, not after tax. One of the main goals of this scenario was to demonstrate that when only considering Social Security benefits, early retirement, in this case age at 62, required a larger percentage contribution and still resulted in a smaller benefit. When compared to retiring at a later year, we'll say 70, gives you a lower required withholding. And in the case of the net benefit you would expect to receive in the year retire, instead of 2710, the number would be almost $4,900.